Hey there, good people. This is the Backpacking Ninja. This hike can show you a lot of fun that you can have even if you've started after work on a weekday. It is about 40 minutes before dark, so I'm gonna hike in a mile and a half, and then tomorrow morning I'll be able to get up and see the sunrise on Blood Mountain. Here I've got my bear canister. It's required in the Blood Mountain wilderness. So let's get hiking. You can see there are quite a bit of rhododendrons for foliage, and although down in Atlanta things are leafing out, up here on the mountains they're just getting started with that, so we'll actually have better views than I expected. This trail will be an 11.2 mile loop. It's kind of a lollipop. I might add a little bit on to that loop to make it more of a loop on my way back. I'm not sure yet. Already just a few hundred yards in, we've got a nice flowing stream. So my elevation gain between tonight and tomorrow is going to be significant. I think it's about 1,350 feet to get to the top of Blood Mountain. But on this trail there's about 3,500 feet of total elevation gain, including all the up and downs. Fortunately, I've been running the trails and running up Kennesaw Mountain. That should help with this elevation. Here's some of that elevation right now. All right, this is the saddle where the Byron Reece Trail meets the Appalachian Trail. So the Appalachian Trail is coming crosswise behind me, and I'm looking back down the trail that I just walked up. Now we walk along the AT, heading towards Blood Mountain. Okay, I'm gonna stop for the night. First I'll put on my new Mountain Hardwear air mesh and my Z-Packs wind shirt. That should be enough to keep me warm while I make camp and dinner. Good morning. It's about 5:30. I'm getting ready to pack up, get on the trail so that I can make my goal of being at Blood Mountain for the sunrise in about an hour and 20 minutes from now. Slept okay. I'm a little bit of a slope here. I have a 30-degree bag, so that's plenty warm, but and it's about 41 degrees right now. The R value on this sleeping pad is about, I think, 3.2 or 3.4, and 40 degrees is right about its limit for me on comfort. I mean, it's fine. I'm not cold, but I'm not toasty either. So I'm gonna get this tent packed up and and then I'll get hiking. needless to say, I love it out here. Okay, I'm all packed up. Let's get hiking. Up, up, up. There's not quite enough light yet to let me lose the headlamp. But it's a beautiful morning. I'm getting close to the top of Blood Mountain. You can see that it's pretty light out. Official sunrise happening any moment. It's just emerging from that rhododendron tunnel. And there it is. Welcome to today. Got my fashionable wind hood on. Just coming up to the top. Here's the famous stone four-walled shelter on the AT. I think they say it's the only four-walled shelter on the AT. Right at the top of Blood Mountain. Okay, it's actually empty today. It's just you can see the sun on the wall here. Sunrise out that window right there. Let's check out the other parts. Got the second room right here. Beautiful yellow sun on the walls. Alright, goodbye Blood Mountain Shelter. Time to enjoy the rest of this day. Finish my loop. Water. Gotta love it. So right at this water source behind me is the branch between the Slaughter Creek Trail and the AT. I'm going to be heading off on the Slaughter Creek Trail behind me that way. And I'll be leaving the AT over here, but I'll be back on it later. So let's get hiking. It's easy to do a lot of math on these trails, at least for me. I like doing the math. But sometimes you need to remember to just enjoy the hike. This is such a privilege to be out here Such a beautiful environment. So disconnected from the issues of the world. For me, it's very relaxing. Sometimes you can get caught up in the math. You might be trying to figure out how many miles you need to go to get to a certain spot, and then what your pace needs to be. And there are times when you have to do that, but at other times, really what's important is to remember to enjoy the hike. Breathe in the fresh air, listen to the tweeting birds, listen to the gurgling water in the brooks and the streams. Enjoy the trees with their roots across the trail. Enjoy the rocks anchoring you as you walk along them on the trail. I was just on a trail run the other day, and I realized I was starting to focus more on beating my previous time than I wasn't enjoying my trail run. So I stopped looking at my time, just focused on my heart rate, my breathing, the way my legs are feeling, and then my connection to the trail. And I enjoyed the end of that run so much more. Turns out I beat my other time anyway. And I think just focusing on my enjoyment of the trail maybe is part of what made that happen. So remember, enjoy your trail. All right, here we are at Slaughter Creek. This runs into Lake Winston Scott, I think it is. Maybe a quarter mile away, pretty close. At that point, I'll head back. Made it to the lake. Small lake. A couple guys fishing behind me. Getting set up to do that. I'm gonna head on, wait till I find a spot in the sun, and then maybe take a rest and a nap. You can see the trail there. Heading off into the trees. This is the Jarrad Gap Trail. You can see here. Just hiking along the edge of this stream here. So it's a small climb up to the Jarrad Trail campground. With that climb and the sun being out, it was time to change into my warmer weather hiking gear. I feel like Moon Knight now. I'm all in gray here with my sun gloves, sun hoodie, more or less gray hat. Got the gray pants on here. Seems appropriate for the backpacking ninja. You want to know what's under the soil when you pitch your tent around here? Just look at one of these fallen trees. Well, look at that. A little water spigot on that trail maintenance. And right here, I'm back on the Appalachian Trail. Hello again. So I've just turned onto the Freeman Trail. coming off of the Appalachian Trail again. This is essentially an alternate that cuts off Blood Mountain. It'll join back up with the Appalachian Trail and the Byron Reece trail that I came up on yesterday, which I will go back on. You can see the difference between the Appalachian Trail and the other trails in this area. This one's a lot narrower. Appalachian Trail gets so much traffic. Now I'm in a bouldery section cascading down from Blood Mountain, and the trail's kind of rough in this spot. The rocks are pretty large, so it's definitely nice to have the trekking poles from time to time, as I can use them to help me stay stable. I'm having to use the old leaf trick to get some water into this into this bottle, as I skipped the last easy source and then I got thirsty, so I'm getting out of this tiny little trough. Lunchtime. I'm almost done. The Freeman Trail is going to join the Appalachian Trail in, I don't know, 100 yards or so. And also the Byron Reece Trail, which is 0.7 miles down to the parking lot back to the car. So I'm going to enjoy this lunch. I'm going to enjoy this view here. It's a little bit covered with the trees, but I'm in the shade and it's a perfect temperature. And I've got some beautiful little flowers around me, some lady slippers over here, and there are some little white flowers with 4 petals that were along the side of the trail. So I'll enjoy some lunch. All right, it's time for the piece of gear I'm loving today. I'm gonna go with the hat. I've really been enjoying this today. It's been sunny all day. This is a sun hat. It doesn't cover my ears unless I bring the cape. I do have sunscreen on, but this hat is ventilated on the sides. It's a great way to hold my sunglasses. It's very lightweight. It'll last a long time. This is my second one. Great hat. All right, Byron Reece Lollipop Loop with the summit of Blood Mountain, done. You can see I have my bear canister on my pack. It's required on the Blood Mountain Wilson Octa something fabric. My Aura wind shirt here, sun hoodie rather, and my Z-Packs wind shirt. So if you're the backpacking ninja, one of the things you need to do is find a place to get a little exercise in here and there. It's the OR, it's not exactly called the sun hat, but it's an OR hat with a cape.